Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever heard of Turkish pizza? It's called lahmacun and I'm going to show you how to make it today. Let's go. And here are the ingredients. You're going to need ground beef, tomatoes, some fresh parsley, pointed peppers, garlic, an onion, some oregano, pepper, chili, mint, and salt. And then you're also going to need some tomato paste. And then for the dough, you're going to need some olive oil, fresh yeast, sugar, salt, some lukewarm water, and some flour. We're going to start with the dough, and for that I'm going to add half a cube of yeast to my water. I'm going to crumble that in. Next, I'm going to take a fork and mix the yeast with the water. We don't want no lumps. This should be right. All right. Next, we're going to mix all the ingredients together. I'm going to start with the sugar. Then I'm going to add the salt. Then we're going to add the olive oil. Then you want to add your yeast and water mixture, and make sure it's warm water and not hot water. This and the sugar will activate the yeast. Then give everything a good mix until you have a smooth and pliable dough. All right, when the dough is nice and smooth, cover it and put it in a warm spot. Yeast needs it warm and cozy. That's why I put my dough either in my oven or, like my mom used to do it, in my bed. Cover it with a blanket and then let the dough rest and rise until it has doubled in size. And in the meantime, you can take care of your toppings. All right, next we're going to chop up our vegetables in a food processor. And then you want to add your vegetables to the bowl with the meat. And by the way, the pointed peppers should be green. I could not find the green type, so I went with the red ones. But if you want to go more traditional, see if you can find the green one. Don't worry if you do not have a food processor, you can still make this recipe. It just takes a little longer to chop up all the vegetables. Also, when you take care of your tomatoes, make sure they don't have a skin on. I have a very strong peeler, so I just peeled mine. But if you do not have one, just cut an X through the part where the stem is and then pour some hot water over them. Let them sit for a few seconds and then you can easily peel them. Combine your ground beef with your vegetables, your seasoning, and your tomato paste. Mix it very well and then the topping is ready. All right, it has been an hour. The dough looks nice and poofy. I'm gonna take this out. Just stretch it a little bit so it looks like a thin piece of dough. And cut it into 10 equal pieces. First, I'm just cutting it in half, and then I'm taking a knife and kind of estimate where I need to cut my dough. Makes it easier to have sort of equal pieces. All right, take a piece and roll it into a ball between the palm of your hands. And then set it aside. Forming them into a ball helps them stay in shape when we take a rolling pin. They won't be perfectly round, but hey, they're handmade, right? Okay, next I'm going to dust my kitchen counter with a little bit of flour. I'm going to take one of the balls and roll it out to about the size of a plate. I like to take my fingers first and push the dough a little bit down to the kitchen counter, and then I'm taking my rolling pin and I'm going back and forth, and then I'm turning the dough and then roll it out back and forth to the other side so it stays kind of round. And to make sure it doesn't stick to the kitchen counter, always dust it with a little bit of flour. If you want to stack them up like I do, make sure there's enough flour in between so they won't stick together. Next, heat up a pan to medium heat, and then I'm going to add my meat to the rolled out dough and spread it evenly. I'm taking 2 forks for that, makes it easier. Alright, I'm trying to maneuver this into the pan, stretch it a little bit so it doesn't stick together. And since I don't have a lid, I'm just going to put another pan on top and bake it for about 3 minutes. Putting a lid on is important, otherwise you have a cooked dough but the meat is still going to be raw, and that's not what we want. The steam stays inside and cooks the meat on top. Take them out, put them on a plate, and then cover the plate so they become flexible. Again, we're using the steam to make the dough a little softer again. Some people do eat it like that, but I prefer the flexible kind. And here they are, my lahmacun. If you've liked this video, please smash a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.